Hi everyone, it's Hannah back at MSc and I'm here with
Miss Boayke.
And we're here to talk about A Level Sociology.
Okay, so sociology is split into different parts. So there's different teachers for different topics. So I cover education and theory. So what I'll be doing the first few weeks is just introducing the topics that we're going to be covering in the education topic. So things such as class and how that affects educational achievement, not social class, we've done that one. Ethnicity and how that affects education, gender and how that affects education is really interesting. So first few weeks is just mainly an overview, and then we'll dive straight into it and get into the content.
Are there any tests that you do at the start?
No, because it will probably be the first time for some of them studying sociology. Yeah. Some of them would have done it for GCSE, so the content will still be there, but at a very base level. But obviously we're taking up a notch. Mm-hmm. So maybe first 3 weeks, but those tests will probably be a bit minor. So 4-mark questions, 6-mark questions, as opposed to massive 30-mark questions.
So what type of homework do you set?
Most of the time it's exam style questions. If not that, sometimes I get them to go out and do like their own type of research, because sociology is very much research based. Yeah. So I could potentially even like say, watch a documentary, tell me your views on this, and relate it back. Not just enjoyment, of course, it's got to be work related as well. But yeah, mainly exam style questions.
Is there anything students can do in preparation since they've never touched these waters before? Or?
In the summer, see, I feel like I'm promoting a lot for Netflix, but anyway, Netflix, they've got some really good things. I've actually got a list of Netflix episodes, shows and movies, but that are to do sociology.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. And if you want that, Show My Homework is the way to go. Just check that out. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a bit of reading, as well around it. But the thing is, the reason why I didn't say reading initially is because they wouldn't know what to read. Yeah. Whereas when I say Netflix, they'll know where to go to. And I feel like when it comes to watching episodes and shows, people are always willing to talk about it. Yeah. But people aren't necessarily willing to talk about their reading or their books. So like, I feel like we can always merge fun and education together. I'm all for that.
Will the first term be very different to the last term?
Yes. The first term is very much content heavy, and then getting to the end of term is very much a lot of assessments, but it's all in preparation for the actual exams. So there will be here and there a few exam style questions, as I said, throughout the lesson and even outside when students are doing home learning. But at the end it's quite full on with mocks and stuff like that. Yeah. A lot of preparation for that.
Okay, so do you suggest the half term should be chilling, or?
I think the half term should be a bit of both, chilling and reading. So first half chilling, definitely. Let's just say 1 or 2 weeks, a bit of reading here and there. But yeah, that's my advice.
But what about closer to the exam time? So like
exam
end of
time.
year 13, let's say around February, March.
End of year 13, not year 12.
Yeah. 13, like almost getting to the end of year 13. So like 2 months until the exam. Do you still suggest they relax during those half terms?
No. that's the honest truth, because you're gonna have to make sacrifices. You've got the summer term, and the way I see it is that if you work hard till the end of term, then your summer will be even better, to be honest. But yeah, I think don't work so hard to the point where you drain yourself out. Definitely don't do that, because that's when people will now be getting scared during the actual exam. And I can't do that myself as a teacher. There's so many hugs I can give, but I do think that if you plan ahead, then you should be fine. But definitely try and limit the free time. If anything, you do have to put in the hard work, because that moment is probably one of the most important moments in your life, where your A levels do count. When you had your GCSE times, that was the most important one. Now it's A levels, and you want to get to whatever destination you want to get to, whether that's university, apprenticeship, internship, even getting a job. Those qualifications is what you did last, so it counts. So yeah.
How can students optimise their independent study?
I think planning ahead is very crucial. Don't just say I'm going to revise English today and then you just got your English book there, you don't know what you're going to do. I think you need to be very strategic and intentional about what you're going to do. So say to yourself, I'm going to look at Macbeth today, or this particular scene, or whatever it is. And I think one thing that people tend to do a lot of the time is they revise what they know, because they feel comforted in the fact that, yeah, I get this, but we know you're going to pass that exam, but what about the science that you don't really get? That's the one that you need to really pinpoint. So make sure that you know what you're doing on a daily basis, or whether you do timetables, I don't know, on an hourly basis. Just have that in mind, and then make sure your revision is intentional and work smart as opposed to hard. And what I mean by that is some people, they work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and their time, they use that time to say, yeah, I've worked these long hours, and that means that I've done all I can do today. But really and truly, if you organize your time and said, okay, I'm going to work from this time to that time, it doesn't have to be that long, and I'm going to take this amount of breaks, that amount of breaks.
More effective.
Yeah, it'll be a bit more effective. I think knowing yourself as well, knowing whether you work well in a group or not, because some people are very in denial and they think they can work well in a group, and clearly you can't, because you're just not productive. Some people work better in silence. Some people work better with music. I don't advise music. If I was to ever give advice, don't work with music. I used to revise with instrumentals. I don't know if I'm going off topic, but anyway, I used to revise with instrumentals that I didn't know the words to, because there was a time when I did revise with an instrumental that I didn't know the words to, and I started writing down the words. So if it's not classical, instrumentals it is, but just be intentional about all the things that you do, and just be aware that the reward is soon coming. So work hard, then you get the reward later. That was very long-winded, but hopefully somebody got something from that.
Exactly. Thank you for listening, everyone, and goodbye.
See ya.